Welcome back. Well, we've all forgotten our keys from time to time. It happens to everyone. And sometimes people wonder, am I just losing my mind? What's going on?
True, true. And Henny caught up with author Dr. Daniel Amen to talk about his newest book. Check it out.
Everywhere I go, people are complaining about memory problems in their 20s, their 30s, their 40s. And then they go, well, I'm 40, that's normal. And I'm like, no, it's not normal. There's something going wrong in your brain. And Alzheimer's is expected to triple. And I read this one statistic. If you're 85 years old, if you're blessed enough to live until you're 85 or older, you have a 50% chance of having lost your mind to Alzheimer's disease or another form of dementia. And I'm just not okay with that. And the research we do at Amen Clinics shows there are clearly things you can do to hurt your brain. There are clearly things you could do to rescue your brain. And so Memory Rescue is the program we use with our patients at Amen Clinics on how can you get your memory back and keep it that way.
So there is such thing as getting your memory back.
That's what we get excited about. And one of the stories in the book is about my father-in-law. So when I met my wife 12 years ago, he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. And she had been estranged from him. But when we met, I went, well, let me see him. And when we scanned him, he didn't have Alzheimer's disease. He had a treatable form of dementia. It's called pseudo-dementia. And 7 months later on the Memory Rescue program, he did an all-day seminar at the local church. And that's what I want for people. Yes, you can't help everybody. But if you have it in your family or you have any of the risk factors for it, you want to be dead serious and have a plan to rescue your mind.
Obviously, when you were writing this book, you did quite a bit of brain research. Can you share any of the highlights from that research?
Well, what I got really excited about, there's over 1,000 references, scientific references in this book. So, when I say something, I can back it up, not just with our work at Amen Clinics, but other people. Obesity is a major risk factor for Alzheimer's disease. We published 2 studies that show as your weight goes up, the size and function of your brain goes down. That should scare the fat off anyone. So getting to a healthy weight in a brain healthy way is critical to saving your brain. When I first learned that, I dropped 25 pounds because I'm like, I'm not going to be a dinosaur, big body, little brain. You're going to get extinct. And so doing the habits that we talk about in Memory Rescue not only help you think better, they also help you look better.
Now, we know that, because of medical challenges, sometimes people experience memory loss. But what are some other reasons that people experience memory loss?
So it could be genetic. These things run in families. But if you have it in your family, it's not a death sentence. It should be a wake-up call to do the other right things. If you're not exercising, if you're in a job that does not require new learning, you have a higher risk. If you have high inflammation in your body, if you're eating a lot of processed foods, or your body is sensitive to certain foods like gluten or dairy, that can be a problem. If you've had a head injury, if you've been exposed to environmental toxins, like, for example, you're a painter and you're inhaling fumes all day long, that can be one of the causes. If you're not sleeping, if you've had an infection, more common now than it seems ever, things like Lyme disease or toxoplasmosis or herpes. So in the book, I talk about each of the risk factors and then, well, what do you do about it?
Great. Thank you for the information. Now, before we let you go, where can our viewers find out more information, and more importantly, where can they get a copy of the book?
So they can learn about our work at amenclinics.com. They can find the book at Barnes & Noble, at Amazon, even Costco, anywhere where great books are sold.
Dr. Amen, thank you so much, and best of luck to you.
Thanks, Henny.
And this interview is provided by Memory Rescue. Supercharge your brain, reverse memory loss, and remember what matters most.